Oh, we're way too loud. Whoa.
It's me, Lauren.
Louder.
Nick, please. Where the fuck are my notes? Oh. Where the fuck am I?
Good evening.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to Just Us. I'm Nick.
And I'm Tina.
And tonight we've got a great show for you. We've got about 2 guests. And what is it?
We only got 2 guests, okay, Nick?
It's a Saturday morning. Saturday morning, 12:30 Saturday morning special.
Yeah.
March the 26th?
Yeah, March 26th, yeah.
Yeah. And Just Us is really doing something special tonight. We've got some really great guests. We've never had 2 more beautiful, more famous, more talented women on the show.
Not as beautiful as me, though, eh, Nick?
Not half as beautiful as Tina.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Nick. Anyway, we're really excited about the guests we have tonight. We've got Kate Bush and Cher on the show today. And
Isabella Rossellini. Actually, Kate couldn't make it. And
that's right.
so Isabella Rossellini came in her play.
I'm sorry, Nick.
It's not a big deal. I mean, these things are so...
Excuse me, Nick. When the camera seems to be flashing battery.
Shit, can you believe that we've got to recharge the batteries on our fucking video?
Okay, we're going to take a cut for a commercial break, and we'll be back in a second.
I was holding a
moment.
No, you can hear it, I'm
For a little while, then it stopped, I guess.
So funny.
Wherever. He seems real nice. But you're vulnerable. Think about it. Use a condom.
Cut. Okay, I'd just like to give a good welcome back to Just Us. I'd just like to say a really warm and friendly welcome and thanks to our cameraman, Keitha Richardson, who has done a perfect camera person, excuse me.
Yeah, well, we must get it right now.
I'm sorry, Tina. She's done a wonderful job.
Wonderful job. Wonderful job.
Okay, we're going to invite our first guest on. Why don't you introduce our first guest?
Our first guest tonight is Isabella Rossellini. Sorry for getting that wrong the first time. I didn't read my notes before I came on tonight. But anyway, our first guest is Isabella Rossellini, and she's going to talk about her new movie, Blue Velvet.
That's right.
Blue Velvet.
Even though it's not really that new, but it's the only one we can think of that she's been in.
That's any good, huh?
Everybody knows about. So, warm welcome, Isabella
Rossellini. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome.
Anyway.
She can sit in the middle. Why don't she?
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
No swear words on
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay.
So, Isabella, so you did a naked scene, you did a nude scene in Blue Velvet. How do you feel about that?
Well,
I think that is kind of like sexist and exploiting women. How do you feel about that?
I don't think so, because, people...
No, hold it. I think.
Tina, let the woman talk.
People see me as this model who cannot show the body as a real and natural thing. But,
Bullshit.
I think that it is good for an actress to show herself in a position that is not so complimentary as that. And a lot of people say, you know, you do not look so good.
I thought that when I was watching Blue Velvet, personally, Isabella. I thought to myself when I was watching that, look at her body, you know, it's like kind of, she's got a bit of chub on that.
I must tell you, I had to gain the 10 pounds for this scene.
No way, is that your real body?
It is a little bit thinner than that, but you know, it is
Well, I just have to say...
Don't you think that the Lynch guy here, that he...
Sorry, Tina, sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
But I just have to say that I thought you looked great, and I have no qualms about that.
Oh, my God.
We have a little bit of a problem happening on the set. If we're just going to cut for a commercial break...
Okay, go.
Jennifer, I have to talk to you.
What about?
Well, you've been drinking a lot tonight, and I don't want to sound like a mother hen or anything, but you're driving, and I think you should stop.
Oh, I don't care what happens to me. I'm having a good time.
Is that all that's important? You know, drinking isn't just cool, it's dangerous. If you're driving, you're taking the responsibility of someone else's life in your hands, and that's why you can't drink. It's your choice.
Don't drink and drive. God.
Hi, welcome back to the show. I'm Nick.
And I'm Tina.
And this is Just Us. We just paused for a commercial break, and we're talking to Isabella Rossellini. We were just discussing her nude scene in the film Blue Velvet. I was saying, not that this show is a personal opinion show or anything, that I felt the scene was really, really well done. I felt Isabella looked wonderful. And
A little bruised, perhaps.
A little bruised, perhaps. But Tina was saying that she felt it was sexist. Now,
What do you
to me,
think?
it was part of the movie. It was what it needed. And Isabella had her own opinion.
As an actress, I feel that it is necessary to show the reality of life. And when you know...
Okay, well, thanks, Isabella. We're going to go on to your next movie that you were just portrayed in, and it is in Siesta with Julian Sands and...
The jealous wife, yes.
Well, anyway, so how did you feel in that totally different perspective as in Blue Velvet you played a battered, almost, you know, seductress type woman in Blue Velvet, and then in Siesta you play this battered, almost cowed woman. You seem to be playing the women that seem to be sort of playthings of men. How do you feel about the roles that you play?
I don't think so. In Siesta, I was more like the woman who was more desired, perhaps.
Still though, you're playing the men's plaything, and I don't know.
I don't think so. In Siesta, I had a more prominent role, perhaps. It's satisfying.
Was it more satisfying than Blue Velvet, do you think?
Yeah.
I think so, perhaps.
That's obvious. Now, just to, I've got a couple more questions to ask you here. Now, looking back on your childhood, you're from France. Am I
No,
correct?
my father was Italian, my mom was Swedish.
And you were brought up where?
In Bergman. I was brought
Sweden, yay!
I was brought up mostly in Italy.
Since you got a few Isabella Rossellini fans out there, huh?
And then after Italy, where were you living?
In New York. I had an apartment in New York.
Are you happy here in America?
Yes, you know my...
Where does the accent come from if you lived in New York?
Exactly. Our camera person,
It's
Keitha,
certainly getting into
has
it.
just pointed
My
out
father, Keitha.
that the reason I asked, and just to overcome myself here, not so that I don't look like a fool on primetime television.
Thanks, Keith.
That you do have a French accent, and if you were brought up in Italy and your parents
Did you go to
are Swedish.
This is an Italian accent. You don't understand.
It's Italian.
Yes, my father, Roberto Rossellini. He is very Italian.
Well, that explains everything. No wonder I find
Well,
her so sexually attractive.
Well,
It's
okay,
the
thanks, Nick.
Italian accent.
Anyway, Nick and Tina have to say goodbye to Isabella, but she's going to be sitting right here for questions at the end of the show that the audience can answer. And our next
No,
guest,
but before we show our next guest, we're going to pause for a commercial
and we'll
break.
tell you who our next guest is after that commercial break.
Bob, as a friend, tell me, how come when you go swimming you feel so comfortable and secure?
Well, Justine, you know, the reason I feel so comfortable and secure is because I use tampons. You know, have you ever used tampons? And if you haven't, you know, you may want to try Slender. They have Slender Tampax.
For teens?
For teens. And also they have regular, super, and super max. And if you know, for any type of flow that you have, I tell you, Tampax tampons for any type of flow.
For any type of love.
And Tina.
Now we're going to introduce our next guest. Our next guest has been in the business for over 20 years. She's part Native Indian. She is...
Can you guess?
She is an accomplished actress as well as a singer and a talented performer. Please welcome Cher.
Welcome to the show, Cher.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Thanks, Nick.
God, what a sexist pig, huh?
Yeah.
So, Cher,
Yeah.
watching your new movie, Moonstruck,
Oh,
how did you enjoy doing it with Nicolas Cage?
that man has a hot ass.
You think so, huh?
Yeah. I
You
love
know-
younger men.
You know, Cher, I really appreciated all the sort of the comeback trail you've been on in the last few years with Mask, with Silkwood, as well as Moonstruck and your new album out. it seems like you're taking a different turn. You seem to be, you've lost a lot of weight. It's really incredible. How do you feel about your new roles in the film industry?
Well, I feel very positive. I feel like I'm going somewhere with my life now. I mean, I went through so much. Can I say shit on here? I went through so much shit, and my fans went through so much shit. You know, but now.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Nick. You were gonna say something.
Sarah, you know, I have to be honest with you. I am your biggest fan.
Maybe everybody's being
Yeah, I bought your new album, and I wanted to just ask you. Cher has been nominated for an Academy Award. She's been nominated twice before, once for Mask and once for Silkwood. She's never won the award. This year she's nominated for Best Actress.
Yeah.
And the critics say she has a really good chance. How do you feel?
I honestly can't believe it, you know. Moonstruck was a great project to come across. Norman Jewison just came up to me and said, look, I want you to play Loretta, and I worked on my accent for like 6 months, and I'm really happy now.
Okay, now, I don't mean to get personal here, but I just heard that you have a special little exercise program that you do daily, and it's a little bit outrageous, but you are an outrageous woman. Now, could you do it on the show for us here, your tongue exercise program? I don't mean to embarrass you, but...
Well, it goes something like this. I've got a new video out, and it goes something like this. Stick it out, move it out, rotate it around. Come on, let's all do it. Stick it out, move it out, stick it out, rotate it around, and it goes something like that.
That's wonderful. How do you feel, Tina? Isn't that...
Well, thank you for asking me, Nick. And I'm just going to ask you a few more questions about Moonstruck. Cher, do you figure that you're more a character actress or more of a form and content type of person? And also another question that maybe you can tackle at the same time is, in Moonstruck, do you find that the character that you play as Loretta is very much similar to your own personality in real life?
No, Loretta is much more reserved, and if I can say this, she's so unaware of her attractiveness. You know, like, people tell her she's beautiful and she's modest about it, and people tell me I'm beautiful and I say, you're right. You know, I feel good about myself now. There was a time when I was called a pinhead.
Well, when you were doing this Honey and Cher show, I can see that your hair was...
It was long and flat.
I don't mean to open, you know, closets full of skeletons or dig graves that are yet...
Well,
but I just wanted to ask, isn't Sonny a loser now? I mean, compared to you. I mean, where is he? He's doing what? Hairspray? He's trying and you are now Academy Award material.
And it is the next, like you have a picture show, don't you think? I think Sonny had a very good career move when he took that move.
I agree with you. Sonny got me where I am today initially. Initially. I was only 14 years old when I met Sonny, and it was a young marriage. It didn't work out, but he was the one who instigated the singing career.
Come on, let's go on the dirt here.
Tina and I are, you know, we don't mean to be rude, but we want gossip. I mean, Sonny's a loser. He can't
is a loser.
sing.
Where has he been? Where has he been the last 5 years? Isabella, shut up. We want to know, Cher. We want to know, where has Sonny been in the last 5 years? You've been doing Silkwood, you've been doing Mask, you've done Moonstruck, you've got a new album out. Where has Sonny been? Nick, right in there? Nick.
I agree with you, Tina.
Sonny is doing a lot of production work, you know.
Production? Sure. Where is he? Why isn't he in the front of the camera? He's so...
I'm sorry, Tina. I refuse.
You are very wrong.
I refuse to slander Sonny
Look, we're going to pause for a commercial break. We're going to call it...
Come on.
You know,
I mean...
Nick,
this is
no,
Josh.
the
We'll be back right after this.